So what's this week's episode of What in the World about? Oh, you can see I'm having a little bit of fun here in the morning sun, just rolling around. And anyway, I think Betty Lee and Bruce Bostwick are going to be talking about a fun topic. I think it's the recent book, Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House, about our current president. Of course, Betty and Bruce have different things to say about it, and we'll also be wondering about what your take might be on it on today's episode of What in the World.
Hi folks, welcome to another edition of What in the World. I'm one of your co-hosts, Bruce Bostwick.
Hi folks, welcome back. I'm Betty Lee.
And our topic today, Betty, is the recent book that came out on my favorite president, Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House.
So funny that you say he's your favorite president. I too read that book. I read it digitally though, so
Yeah.
I was able to download it like the day it came out. What about you?
Yeah, well, I was reading this in the doctor's office too. I kind of slipped the sleeve off because, you know, it's kind of a controversial book there.
Did you slip the sleeve off because it's written by a liberal about your favorite president? Or did you slip the sleeve off because you were like, this book is controversial?
It's because the book is controversial.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. And personally, after reading it, I'm thinking, brother, I did make my way through it. But I mean, Michael Wolff. I mean, his style. I mean, he gives new meaning to the term hyphenated sentences. It's just like one thought after another. You know, on to the next page and the next page. Anyway.
You gotta remember that he's a journalist too, right? So that's a very different stylistic flow than writing a novel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in reading this book, he had so much to say that he just wanted to make sure he got it all out there. And instead of having, you know, a 1,000-page book on Donald Trump's White House,
It was only 300 pages.
yeah, it's 300.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many names there. I mean, a lot of the names we'd heard of. I mean, obviously Kelly and Conway and other names that don't come to mind. But I mean, and of course, you know, Jervanka for the son-in-law and his wife.
Yeah.
But no, it was kind of fascinating. But
Did you believe it? Because I believed it. This was like...
No, it's fake news.
Is it really fake news when you have an inside journalist documenting what he saw and what his point of view was and how he feels like the White House is in turmoil, how no one is communicating with each other, how they're all backstabbing each other? I mean...
Steve Bannon, right? He had a prominent place there, but it's. I think. I don't know. The thing I just, you know, Michael Wolff, he just had it out for what's his name, for Trump. So.
Why would he's a journalist? Why would he have it out for anyone? He's reporting on facts.
He's one of those liberals.
So liberals have it out for the president?
You know it.
That sounds ridiculous, Bruce. That sounds completely ridiculous. I think that right there, what you're saying, is fake news.
I resent that. But anyway.
I resent you saying all liberal journalists are out for President Trump. You know who's President Trump's worst enemy? Himself, because he's the liar.
Yeah.
And he reports untruths.
Well, I may be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely will say I'm wrong. But somebody else in this country has my opinion. Anyway, for whatever that's worth. For whatever that's worth.
You know what? You're absolutely right. There's more than one person that has your opinion. Hence, Donald Trump is the president.
But we're digressing, and we're probably going over time. I don't know.
I don't know, but there's a lot to say about Fire and Fury. Guys, if you've read this book and you have some comments, please do comment below and let's continue this conversation. We'll see you next time.